everybody and welcome back to a new video. This is me Khouloud and this is my YouTube channel. في الشين هذيا نهبط برشا حاجات منهم English lessons. الفيديو هذيا is an English lesson and it is part of Learn English with me اللي هي سيري نهبط فيها فيديوهات على الانجلي. دونك الفيديو متاع اليوم احنا باش نفرقوا فيها ما بين استعمالات make واستعمالات do. ديما نتسائلوا وقتاش نستعمل do وقتاش نستعمل make، شنو الفرق ما بيناتهم؟ نتفكر دو بديت نقرا في الانجلي I really used to confuse these two verbs على الاخر لين نهار جاي وقرينا فيه وقتاش نستعملوا make وقتاش نستعملوا do والحمد لله وقتها الامبيغيوتي نحات. إذا هي حاجة ياسر مهمة وهذاك علاش خلينا نتعلموها اليوم إن شاء الله. دونك باش نبداو بالverb do. نستعملوه في ثلاثة حالات عامة. يعني we have three main categories in which we use the verb do. The first category is when we want to talk about jobs and tasks. شو معناها نحكيو على نخدم والtasks اللي هما les tâches. For example, you know that I've been looking for a job and then we meet and you tell me, oh, did you find a job? And I tell you, yes, I got a job. And although it's not the kind of job I really wanted to have, I'm doing it anyway because I need money, you know. And concerning tasks, the first task we have to do as students is homework. Did you do your homework, by the way? I know now it's summer, so we don't have any homework to do. Finally, thank God. But you should always do your homework, all right? And when you do your homework and you do it correctly, I tell you, wow, you did a good job. You did well. I really appreciate your effort. Well done. And for example, let's say that your friend is throwing a party and you want to go, and you're a girl, of course. So what are you gonna do? Will you just go like that? Of course not, girl. We're all girls and we've got many things to do. Mainly, we gotta do our makeup. So I'll tell you, okay, I'll see you in 3 hours at least because I need to do my makeup. Yeah? So to do hair and to do makeup. So that was it for the first category, which is about tasks and jobs. Now we move on to the second category and it is about non-specific things. What does that mean? يعني الحاجات اللي ماهمش specific. surtout نستعملوهم مع الكلمات هذوما anything, something and nothing. واللي هما ماهمش حاجات specific. كما قاعدين نشوفوا مادام فما كلمة thing we're not being specific, are we? Okay? So for example, I know that you've launched a new business and you've been having some sort of troubles with it because you're still new, etc. And I tell you, did you do something about your new business? And you tell me, no, I did nothing. I just gave up on that. And I decided to do something else. So we have something, nothing, and anything. Now we move on to the third and last category. We use do in order to replace the verb when the meaning is clear. What does that mean? دونك باش نستعملوا الفيرب do كيف نحبوا نعوضوا وقت اللي المعنى يكون واضح. For example, I tell you, can you please go to the supermarket and get me some vegetables, fruit, and a can of Coke, for example. And you tell me, okay, yeah, I'll do that. So I'll do that. Do اللي هي do شنو تمشي go to the supermarket, get vegetables, fruit, and a can of Coke. ثلاثة هذوما باش تعملهم عوضتهم الكل كلمة do. وقت اللي اني في الجملة نتاعي مين با عندي كلمة do. So I didn't say do that. I said get me and you replaced get me all these things by do. So that was it for the verb do, which its use is much easier than the verb make. Now we move on to the verb make and we have 5 categories with the verb make. Okay? So the first category is related to food and drinks. Who doesn't like to eat? Nobody, of course. We all love food and drinks, don't we? So, for example, I tell you, oh my God, I feel so hungry. I'm gonna make something to eat. Would you like me to make you a sandwich? You tell me, yes, of course. Yeah, that would be awesome. And then I tell you, oh, what about drinks? would you like to drink coffee or juice? I'd rather drink orange juice, you know, it's fresh. I said, okay, I'll make orange juice for everybody then. And let's suppose that my mom's birthday is today and I want to make her something really special, so I don't want to buy her a birthday cake, but I want to make it myself. So I tell her, I'm gonna make my mom's birthday cake today. Woohoo! Yeah, I don't even know how to make it, but I'll read recipes on the internet. The internet is always there to help us. Yay! Okay, so this was it for the first category. Now let's move on to the second category. And it is related to our reactions. For example, I tell you, last week I watched a movie and it had a very horrible ending. Oh my god, I hate horrible endings. It made me cry. So made me cry, this is the first reaction. It's made me feel blue the entire week. Feel blue. If you don't know what it means, then go ahead and watch my color idiom video. The link will be in the description box or here, somewhere. So go ahead and watch it. Yes, so the first reaction was that made me cry and it made me feel blue. So reaction, so to make someone feel happy or to make someone feel sad or to make someone feel excited. Okay, so it's all related to our reactions. And in third category, we talk about noise and sounds. What does that mean? Donc الضجة والأصوات. For example, I'm teaching and my students are making noise. So I say, would you please stop making noise? Would you please stop making noise? So to make noise. Okay? And I tell you, oh my god, this machine makes horrible noise. I can't stand it. Now the fourth category is related to money and business. Yay. I'm a businesswoman. So when we talked about business, remember we said to do business, but when we talk about money and profit, we don't say to do money or to do profit. We say to make money and to make profit. For example, let's go back to that man who launched new business and I tell him, okay, how's your business doing? And he says, oh, it's doing great. I'm making lots of money and making lots of profits. I'm super rich right now. And I'm like, okay, good that we're friends. You know, a friend in need is a friend indeed, and I'm kind of broke now, so you know what you should do. You need to lend me some money, or just, you know, give me money without expecting me to return it. Charity work. Okay, now we move on to the last category, which is about the origin of products or things in general. For example, I tell you this is a strawberry cake. I don't have the word made here. I can say this cake is made of strawberries. Okay, and I can tell you this ring, for example. This is a silver ring, and this ring is made of silver. Okay, or when you buy clothes and then you read inside, you can find it's written it's made in Japan, made in France. When you buy new shoes and you read what's written on the sole of the shoes, you find it's written made in Italy. And remember the example I gave you about my mom's birthday cake and that I'm going to make it? So for example, I invite many people and they come and they eat the cake and they're like, oh, it's so tasty. Where did you get it from? And I tell them, I made it myself. Yay! We have also other words that collocate with the word make, such as presentation, so to make a presentation, to make a suggestion, to make a decision, to make a promise, to make a speech, to make a phone call. So you just need to memorize them and to use them quite often so that you can get used to them. And it's not very difficult. I mean, you just need to practice. Remember, practice makes perfect. So you need to practice. So I hope that you also liked today's video, and please, if you did, give it a thumbs up. I'm sorry, إذا كنت ما حكيتش like enough عربي مع الانجليزي. نصور examples كانوا واضحين. My usual tip is, what is it? You say it. Yes. Take care and learn English. See you in my next video. Oh, there is that song. Come on, turn the radio on, it's Friday night, and I won't be long, get it to my head, put my makeup on, it's Friday night. facile. I should stop. Donc, to do makeup and to do hair. I gotta do my hair, okay? In this case, I gotta do my hijab.